A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Monday, July 8th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. For the second time in less than a week, the Delaware River and Port Jervis area has claimed another victim. This time, a person who was not wearing a life jacket was unaccounted for at around 12:45 p.m. yesterday. Highland Lake and Lumberland fire departments were dispatched to the river in Chehola, Pennsylvania, as part of the region's automatic response plan. The person was reported missing south of the Barryville Bridge and was reported to have fallen from a boat, according to the Highland Lake Fire Department. Assisting in the search were Orange County Battalion 8 Water Task Force, the National Park Service, and Sullivan County Dive Task Force. Units from Port Jervis made recovery of the victim. A short time later, it was not immediately known Sunday night if the victim was a man or woman. When former Newburgh City Police Commissioner Jose Gameras abruptly resigned several weeks ago, some city council members had not decided if they would seek to refill the position. Mayor Torrance Harvey says that decision has apparently been made.
As soon as we got the resignation from the former commissioner, Gameras, Mr. Vinny, he didn't waste any time with getting civil service folk repost the position. And so when we were, having our conversations or debates about it, the posting was already up, and people were already submitting. I believe that we're going to move forward on that.
Harvey had said the reason they initially created the position was to hire a Latino to fill it, given that a large portion of the city's population is of Spanish background. The Lake Communities Alliance in Rock Hill is pushing for sustainable economic development and smart growth that respects the rural character and natural resources of Sullivan County. To that end, the group is seeking to have a portion of the towns of Thompson and Mamakating designated as critical environmental areas. Jessica Lansdale, the Alliance president, says there would be no need for any formal zoning changes.
Not a regulation change. It doesn't change any zoning. It simply flags the area as special. When a developer wants to put something through the planning board, they have to say, yes, we're proposing this in a critical environmental area. And that gives the planning board some push to say, all right, we really want you to do a very thorough environmental study.
The Lake Communities Alliance has hired Hudsonia Ltd. and Green Plan to assist with their efforts. The town of Thompson was the first to receive the proposal, with Mamakating to follow later, says Lansdale. Residents of Ulster County won't have the luxury of cooling off at the county pool in New Paltz this season due to ongoing water loss issues. Engineers are assessing the situation. Officials said last week the pool experienced a significant loss of water. DPW consulted with engineers and attempted several remedies to stem the water loss, including replacing valves and working on the gutter system and gravity lines, but the water loss continues. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
Town Police Chief Keith Dworkin submitted his resignation to the town of Fishkill over the weekend. Dworkin has lived in Fishkill and the surrounding area all of his life and began his career as a police officer with the town of East Fishkill in 1991. He has enjoyed a 33-year career in law enforcement with tenure in several departments and became an officer in Fishkill in 2013. When Howard Mills first learned of Pavement Management Group, it took him back to his days as Wallkill Town Supervisor 3 decades ago. He said they implemented a pavement management program in the town of Wallkill in 1994, but the technology did not exist to make it easy for his successors to continue, said Mills, a former state assemblyman and state superintendent of the Department of Insurance. That experience resonated with him, and the PMG mission and value proposition intrigued Mills, who's now a part owner of the company, marking the latest venture in his diverse and successful career. The town of Montgomery and Putnam County are PMG's first clients in the Hudson Valley.
It's all demonstrable. It's all transparent. We can absolutely show how, with a right approach, using data, using smart decisions, we can improve our roadways and save taxpayer dollars.
Mills said that PMG advises municipalities about the right treatments and provides extremely accurate cost projections. Roads are improved and public funds are spent wisely, he said. Constitution Island, the 280-acre isle located south of Cold Spring, the only part of the U.S. Military Academy reservation on the east side of the Hudson River, will soon be reopening for tours. Constitution Island is the site of the earliest Revolutionary War fortifications in the Hudson Valley. Taken briefly by the British in 1777, the island was reoccupied by American forces 1 year later and made an integral part of Fortress West Point. The island was bequeathed to the Military Academy in 1909 and has been administered by the West Point Museum ever since. A grand opening is planned for July 27th. With Darcy Miller's retirement as Commissioner of the Orange County Department of Social Services and Mental Health, County Executive Stephen Newhouse has named Deputy Mental Health Commissioner Lacey Trimble as Commissioner of both departments. He says he has a ton of faith and trust in her ability to continue to build on all that Miller and he have accomplished. He said that Trimble is a hardworking and very knowledgeable person, as well as extremely dedicated to help those in difficult situations. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.